man.
Give me the rundown. Give me the namesake of our show.
Are you ready
I'm
for
ready.
the rundown, Tyler?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
Is it a lot going on or just kind of a lot?
Well, I think with this first headline, it makes it a lot going on. So on last Sunday, I'm distraught to read this because nobody has ever seen this happen.
Is that right?
Yeah, nobody has ever seen anything like this happen before.
Are you like 100% positive?
Yes, like everybody that has like pretty much spoken on this have never seen this happen before.
Okay, well, I want to hear what it is.
All right, so Vontae Davis
Mm-hmm.
of the Buffalo Bills quit at halftime, or what he says retired at halftime of the game against the Chargers last Sunday. So
Did his team know about it?
No, nobody knew about it besides his coach.
So I didn't get to see this. I've heard about it.
So all right,
Did he walk out and say, "Hey guys, I'm out"?
No,
Or
basically yes. Basically,
did he like address the fans?
No,
He just said,
none of
"Forget
that.
it, I'm
No.
out."
Yes.
Were they losing, winning? What was the deal?
They lost. Let me tell you though. Let me tell you.
Okay.
So Davis abruptly retired at halftime on Sunday's 31-20 loss to the Los Angeles Chargers, saying in a statement later that the reality had hit him. I shouldn't be out here anymore. Davis, a 10-year veteran, said he meant no disrespect to his teammates and coaches, but that physically he could no longer play at the standard he had set for himself. He pulled himself out the game, Bills coach Sean McDermott said. He communicated to us that he was done. Linebacker Lorenzo Alexander alerted reporters to Davis' abrupt retirement after the game, stating, "I've never seen anything like this. Pop Warner, high school, college pros, never heard of it, never seen it, and it's just completely disrespectful to his teammates. He didn't even say anything to anybody. I found out going into the second half of the game. They said he's not coming out. He retired. That's it." How in the world do you expect to be a veteran? You know, you have the younger cats looking up to you, and you're just gonna quit like that because it's not for you anymore.
You know,
Like-
in high school, I know you played a sport in high school.
I didn't. No.
Well, you were involved in
Yeah, I
a
was
band
right.
in high school.
Right.
You did something that took some dedication.
Oh, yeah, for
correctly. I mean, correct.
Right.
I mean, I played a sport. Anybody that plays a sport has that conversation with their dad. They get to some point in life or some point during their career in that sport going, Dad or whoever they're talking to, I really don't feel like I can do this. I really don't feel like I want to do this anymore. And I had that conversation. And you know what he told me? He was like, you can either be a quitter for the rest of your life or you can stick through it at least to the end of the year and fix yourself. And guess what? I stuck through it, and I ended up doing it all through high school. So that's how I look at this. If he wanted to retire, he could have at least waited till the end of the game, much less the end of the year.
It's finish the game. That's
I
think
that's horrendous.
I think that's the main thing people was concerned with. Just finish the game.
There's no respect involved in that. And I know he came out and said that he meant no disrespect. Well, you may not have meant it, but that's how I'm going to read it. That's how you're going to read it. That's how all of his teammates read it.
Exactly.
I guarantee you.
Exactly.
And I would imagine there's some rookies that look up to him going, "Come on, man."
Because Vontae Davis, he's a good, he's more of on the decent player. I'm not gonna say he's elite because I really never seen his playing style to begin with. But as soon as this headline came out, I had to hop on and look up his stats and stuff. But I mean, he's a good player. I'm not sure if he did have any accolades besides being a 10-year veteran. But it's that's just not the way to go out, man. You should at least gave somebody heads up, and they were already down at half. So maybe that could have played a factor in as well. They were already down at the half, but that's no way to go out. Absolutely not.
To me, it's shameful.
Yeah, the Bills players said if he were to come back, they would not accept him back.
Yeah, would you?
Nah.
Because guess what? You get to the last game of the year. You're about to it's the score's tied.
Right.
And he goes, "Hey guys, I don't think I need to be out here."
That's like me quitting from this show, as I've thought about many times.
Well, that's
That's my opinion!
Yeah, that's your opinion, Javaris.
Yeah.
And look, I don't have any sympathy for that.
Yeah,
And
it's
any
it's
backlash
bad.
he's gotten, he's earned.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
But he put out a whole statement that was maybe like 5 paragraphs. It pretty much it was a chapter book. But anyway, yeah, Avante, you gotta do better, man. That's all I'm gonna say.
You mentioned, I think it was last week. You mentioned the movie Game Plan.
Yeah,
You know what I'm talking about?
yeah.
Could you imagine had Dwayne the Rock Johnson retired? When he
got
went to the
injured,
locker room.
yeah. Oh man, I would have been hurt. That would have been a.
You think that would have been a Disney movie?
That would have been a terrible ending to a Disney movie.
Do you
dude.
think? Do you think that this little incident could ever be a Disney movie?
more like a Hallmark movie? But
I don't know. What's the next topic? This is
all right.
This
Yeah,
is insane.
Yeah. All right. So Josh Gordon, you probably don't know about him. Josh Gordon, he was formerly with the Cleveland Browns. Used to have all the.
Oh, by the way, hold on. Before you go anywhere, the Cleveland Browns won last night.
Oh my god!
They won last
Tyler,
night.
you know how many days it's been since the.
It's like 635 or
Yeah.
something. It's
Yeah.
almost 2 years.
Yeah.
Shout out to my boy Baker Mayfield over there, who nobody likes around this area. But can you believe that?
Yeah. It's man. It's.
I knew when they tied a couple weeks ago.
Well, after Darnold threw those interceptions, I was like, yeah, they pretty much got this in the bag.
You know where I was at. I mean, where I'm always at.
You was at the station, weren't you?
I was at Second Story.
Oh, really? Oh,
I
y'all
was
was
at
watching
Second
it?
Story, and it was on the big screen in there. And man, you would not believe the amount of SEC fans that were cheering for the Jets.
Wow. They not my team, so I mean, I was just trying to see who.
I wanted to see them win. That way, I could have something to talk about today. One, but
Right.
two, I wanted to see it happen. It's been 2 years. I mean, okay, they win one game. They're not going to win the Super Bowl. You know, it's not.
People were saying on Twitter that was their Super Bowl.
Hey, did you see the fans on the in the
man.
stands?
Dude, when I tell you I'm so sorry. Cleveland fans got a different type of drunk last night. Dude, you have to think that 2 years and Cleveland fans already are heavy drinkers. So, dude, people probably Cleveland probably doesn't even look the same anymore.
Probably not.
If we were to go to Ohio right now, we would probably not even know where Ohio is.
You wouldn't recognize Cleveland.
Yeah, we wouldn't even
Cleveland's
know.
a nice town.
Oh, really? You
Probably
been?
not anymore.
Yeah, not no more.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
But Cleveland fans, you need to check yourself because this is not going to be what happens the rest of the year. Would you agree with me there?
I don't like you no more.
You don't like
Anyway,
me.
Josh Gordon is now with the New England Patriots. Gordon was traded by the Cleveland Browns to the New England Patriots on Monday afternoon for a fifth round draft pick for next year's draft. Gordon, 27 years old, missed the first 10 games of the 2014 season for violation of the NFL substance abuse policy and the last game of the year for violation of Browns team rules. He missed the entire subsequent season for another violation of the substance abuse policy. As a rookie, Gordon hauled in 50 receptions for 805 yards with 5 touchdowns and up those marks to 87 catches, 1,646 yards, and 9 touchdowns in 2013. His league leading receiving yards are even more impressive considering it was for a 4-12 team quarterbacked by Jason Campbell, Brandon Whedon, and Brian Hoyer. Those names have died. Those are quarterbacks that have deceased. There are no more. Those quarterbacks don't. Yeah, those quarterbacks don't even matter anymore to the Browns. They got Baker Mayfield, so he is pretty much their.
He's their savior.
Yeah.
In shining armor.
Yeah.
Although I will say, they've had one of those before.
Right.
And I don't want to see what happened with Johnny Manziel happen again. I don't know about you.
I really miss. People gave me HEW hockey sticks about it, but I miss Johnny Manziel.
I like Johnny Manziel.
Yeah, I'm glad he went to rehab and got himself together. No, seriously, I'm very impressed by that.
You just said that so bluntly.
Yeah, because I really am. And
I know.
People gave me so much HEW hockey sticks on Twitter about it, and I was just like, dude, it's not that serious for a man to go and clean himself up and actually want to go back because. You have to think, dude. I really haven't heard a story like that since Mike Vick when he had when he had to go to jail and the Falcons wouldn't take him back, so he ended up going to our Eagles. You know what I'm saying? It was pretty upsetting for a quarterback, a franchise quarterback like that to
to go down like that.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. It hurt everybody in Atlanta.
Well, do you think there's a chance that he goes to the XFL in a couple years?
Dude, honestly, it's so many football leagues coming in now. I really don't even know.
I think, I mean, if I was the XFL, I would be doing my darndest to get him there.
I would
not just him. There's a couple others.
Well, dude, the way I'm gonna just keep it right here. I'm not a fan of the XFL. I'm gonna keep it straight up with you. That's just too much. They have too much going on. And then for Vince McMahon, I greatly, respect his grind, his hustle, but I would not be watching the XFL. I'm gonna keep it straight up.
Well, this is what I think business wise, not fan wise. I want you to take yourself out of the fan world.
I'm not even looking at the fan world.
I know. Just trust me. Just listen. Okay. Think about all those players that didn't quite make it in the NFL, but were stars in college.
But dude, I'm not even worried about the star category of it. I'm worried about safety now. You think the NFL is bad? The XFL is way worse than NFL.
You're talking about the '90s, correct?
Okay, but you think Vince McMahon a wrestling?
I think he's trying to change it. I think he's trying to make it a serious football league.
We'll see. Okay,
I think it's going to be an alternative to NFL. I think it came at the right time because of all the controversy in the past few years. To be honest with you, I don't know if I'm going to watch it, but if Tim Tebow, for example, were to leave baseball and to come to the XFL,
I'm about to say Tim Tebow.
You think those Florida fans that expected him to be great in the NFL wouldn't tune in?
Well, Florida fans are already
crazy.
Yeah,
but you don't think those Cleveland Brown fans that thought Johnny Manziel was going to be their savior wouldn't check it out? You see what I'm saying? It's a market ability thing.
Yeah.
So if I was the XFL, I would be going after those type of players. You're not going to win getting young recruits from the NFL. You're just not going to win that.
Exactly.
So that's how I think that's going to play out. But that's way off subject.
Yeah, let's
get back to your highlights.
Let's hit this last rundown real quick, and then we're going to get in some NBA talk.
Okay.
So I feel like this is our second golf headline within our 5 episodes. This is our second one. So
are you serious?
We got we got Tiger Woods opening with 65.
I saw him on he was in Georgia yesterday, wasn't he?
Yeah, they're in Atlanta now.
Yeah.
Well, Augusta. Augusta.
Yeah.
So he opened with 65 after Eagle closing first round at Tour Championship. Woods hit 14 of 18 greens and made his only bogey at the first hole where he 3-putted. He added birdies at the 5th, 6th, 12th, and 14th holes and made a nice save after his long poor drive at the 17th. Then rolled in a 30-footer for Eagle at the 18th after reaching the green in 2 with a 5-wood. This is the final tournament of the PGA the PGA Tour's 2017-18 season, and the FedEx Cup champion will also be decided. Bryson DeChambeau.
What are you trying to?
DeChambeau. We're gonna go with that.
Okay.
who came into the tournament atop the FedEx Cup standings, shot 72 and is in a tie for the 24th spot.
Okay.
Tyler, hold on.
Okay.
The winner of the FedEx Cup receives a $10 million bonus. That is my tuition.
That's your tuition? That's my life.
I can pay for school.
I was kind of digging around. I had a little bit of time, and I pulled up the box scores, and I just focused on pitching. When I make the video, I'm going to show these images on this paper so you can see what I'm talking about.
Okay.
One, the Washington pitcher, the starting pitcher, Roark, who eventually got the win, he didn't do that great. He pitched 5 innings, gave up 5 hits and 2 runs. I mean, it's not a notable game necessarily. ERA currently of a 4.34. Again, not that great. Sean Newcomb, who lately it seems like he can go either way. He pitched 3 innings, gave up 6 hits, gave up 5 runs, and struck 3 people out, and gave up 2 homers. Really just not a good night. So he's not himself like he normally is. This is the part I want you to notice. Kyle Wright, pitched 2 innings. He gave up 1 hit, and he had an ERA of 1.8. Shane Carl pitched 2 innings, gave up 1 hit. Chad Sabatka, who I pull for a little bit, I like him. He pitched 1 inning, didn't even give up a hit. So not a run given up in 5 innings on young pitching. You remember a couple weeks ago when I said that the Braves need and are giving mound time to young pitching?
Yeah.
That's the benefit. Do you see what that's the benefit.
Yeah.
And because when you have, we didn't win this game, but when you have Sean Newcomb in the playoffs and he doesn't have his stuff, you have to have somebody to go to.
Right.
So we do. To be honest with you, Sean just really had a bad night. Brock would come in to close the game. He pitched 1 inning, gave up 3 hits and a run. Didn't lose the game for us, though. What I would say is, calm down. Just calm down. And I'm saying that with an attitude, but calm down. I think we've gotten so spoiled almost with good talent that we don't know. We're still dealing with young pitching.
Yeah.
And we're going to have problems. And I don't think a lot of people recognize that.
They don't want that problem.
I mean, yeah, it's like they just want to walk into a World Series ring. The Braves would then go and face St. Louis, and it felt like we got smacked around. It was rough. We split the series with 3-1, but we were the one, and man, it just felt like we lost. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't want to watch it, Foltynewicz would take the mound in the first game, and again, it didn't feel like he was on the mound. And the veteran sense that you normally get watching him, like you feel like you're watching a veteran, it wasn't there. You know what I mean? So St. Louis ended up winning this 11-6. Like I said, the veteran sense that you normally get was not there. So I think that's a reminder for all of you, me, Javaris, Braves fans in general. I think it's a reminder. He's only been pitching for 4 years. He's only been with the Braves for 3, and even then, he's going to make mistakes. And I know when I say that, it feels like, well, he's been pitching for 4 years. He should know what he's doing. Yeah, he should. But look at the game Max Scherzer had. That's a Hall of Fame caliber pitcher. You're going to have bad days. You're going to have a bad stretch even. Lord knows Julio Teheran's had a few. I think you need to slow down a little bit. And I actually found something, another one of my little graphs that I found. I want to compare Mike Foltynewicz in 2014 versus now. He pitched in 16 games in 2014. He had an ERA of 5.3. He pitched 18 innings. It's now 2018. His ERA is nearly cut in half at 2.9. He's been in 29 games. He's pitched 170 innings. Okay, that's the improvement. That's the improvement you need to look for with all these kids developing. Even from last year, his ERA is nearly half. It went from 4.79 to 2.9. In 1 year, you went from 4.79 and nearly cut it in half. This year to last, he hasn't even done the full season yet, and he's already pitched in more innings, and he's given up less hits already. So slow down a little bit. You gotta. Nobody's calling to trade Mike Foltynewicz for a change, thank goodness. But you gotta give him time, and I think that's my biggest message to Braves fans. In the next couple of weeks, I actually want to do something kind of similar to what I just did. Mm-hmm. I'm going to do basically a graph like this for Sean Newcomb, Julio Teheran, Mike Foltynewicz, maybe a couple other Braves pitchers that have developed with the Braves. Touki Toussaint is the exception. I don't think we've had enough time to see him grow, obviously. So maybe in a couple of years we'll do that, but for right now, we're going to hold off. But I think we do need to pull all these stats up and see what we're working with.
Yeah.
Because I don't think everyone is quite sure that we have what we need, and I think we do. So, okay, so the next game in St. Louis, Atlanta would take it running 7-3. Gausman starts. Wait. This was last night. My bad.
I knew something was up with that. I was like,
Wait a second.
No, that
this
ain't
is
right.
against the Phillies. No, it's not. Braves take home Phillies at home. Major, like I said, major implications here. Playoff implications. And this is the time for some postseason magic.
These topics. I know you know nothing about NBA.
Not really. No.
So
I know who LeBron is. He's a pretty cool guy.
Shut up, Tyler. Anyway, all right. So I'm just gonna talk to myself.
Okay.
So my first question.
Hey, but I don't know how long you're planning on spending on this, but I do want to hit college football for about 6 minutes.
So all right. I'll hit three because I had 5, so I hit 3. All right. So my first one was how will Russell Westbrook's injury affect the Thunder in the preseason? So check this out. So Russell Westbrook has been injured. Boo. Yeah, hit that for me real quick.
What?
The boo? We don't have a boo? Anyway,
we don't have I have a my boo, but I don't think that's the same thing.
That's not the same thing. Anyway.
I'll see what I can find.
No, forget it. All right. Anyway, so Russell Westbrook has been injured, and he had to have surgery on his, I want to say, hamstring. I talked about it about maybe a week or 2 ago. But yeah, anyway, so recently the Thunder have what's his name from the Hawks? What's his name? Dennis Schroeder. So he's gonna be trying to kind of playing 2 guard, and Russell Westbrook playing 1. But while he's hurt, he's probably gonna move up to 1 guard. So we'll just have to see how it plays out. I feel like the Thunder will be okay. They still have Paul George. They lost Carmelo. He's with the Rockets now. But key factors. Teams know how to make up for that stuff. So we'll just have to see how it plays out. Do I think the Lakers will win the West this season? No, I don't. Just because they have LeBron is only one man. He still needs a team to help him succeed, okay? Stop thinking that LeBron is just almighty, oh God, and all this stuff. It's still the Warriors in 3.
Can I interject here?
It's still the Warriors in 3. For NBA fans, you know exactly what I mean. It's still the Warriors in 3, even though it's 7 games in the series and you need 4 to win. Don't ever underestimate Stephen Curry. Stephen Curry has been on.
Well, here's my problem with a lot of the haters. Sorry, I don't know what's going on with my headphones.
It's all good.
With all the haters that they have, I think something that gets failed to be realized is it's not just Steph.
Yeah.
You got Draymond. You got it's a team.
Right.
So much more than Cleveland ever was.
Exactly.
So much more than the Lakers I think will ever be.
Right.
While the Golden State is so strong.
Right.
I don't think it's just because Steph Curry's shooting threes from everywhere.
Right.
And I think he's changed the game, mind you. But I also, man, you got some just bulldozers on that court.
Oh,
Draymond being the biggest one in my opinion. Mm-hmm. When you watch a Golden State game, there's no ego. Would you agree with me there?
I totally agree. They all
there's one common goal.
Right, and that's to win. And the Warriors are so fun to watch because it's different. Like the fans are into it. They call it the Royal Court Arena for a reason. When the fans get into a game, it makes it exciting for the people at home to watch. And people fail to realize that because it's like, oh, well, you can see John Wall at the Wizards doing the same thing. No, you're not, because that's 2 different playing styles.
Are they winning?
Who? The Wizards?
Yeah.
The Wizards go to the playoffs every season. But
have they won the finals?
No.
Then I don't want to hear it.
They always lose into like the second round to like the Cavs. They always lose in the second round. The Cavs will always beat them.
What I'm saying is I don't know if the Cavs are going to do it this year.
Absolutely not.
But what I'm saying is,
well, I take that back.
Well, hold on. You said that they do the same thing. Not you said it, but you said some people say that they do the same thing as Golden State. Right. That's what you just said.
Yeah.
They don't do it as effectively, obviously.
Exactly.